Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the constant of proportionality. Our focus question, what is a constant of proportionality and what does it tell us? So, let's move this mouse out of the way. Our first slide talks to us about the key concept. Remember that two quantities, x and y, have a proportional relationship if y is always a constant multiple of x. This constant multiple, y over x, is called the constant of proportionality. If x and y have different units, then the constant of proportionality can be written as a unit rate. So I have one brick and it's 20 centimeters. If I have a second brick, that's another 20 centimeters. The total length is 40 centimeters. If I look at my ratio here, I always do my y over x, so 40 over 2 reduces down to 20. If I add in a third brick, that's 20. The total would be 60 centimeters. And when I do 60 divided by 3, I again get 20. If I add in a fourth brick, it has a length of 20 centimeters. The total length is 80 centimeters. And when I do 80 divided by 4, I again get 20. Let's throw in a fifth brick at 20 centimeters for a grand total length of 100 centimeters. When I do the work, I get 20. Okay, so for this, my constant of proportionality is 20 bricks. 20 centimeters per brick. Okay, so let's look at our next example. The weight of the stack of books depends on the number of books in the stack. Identify the constant of proportionality for this situation. Then use that to find the weight of 11 books. So it says right here the weight depends on the number of books. Okay, so this is our y value. The y value is the one that depends. That's important to know. Okay, if it depends on the number of books, then that's the y value. So our constant of proportionality is going to be the weight to the stack divided by the number of books. In this case, the weight of the stack is 15.75 pounds. And I have to divide that by 11 books, or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books. When I do my math on that, I get 1.75 pounds per book. So each book is 1.75 pounds. Now we want to use that to find the weight of 11 books. So I have 1.75 pounds for one book. And we're doing a conversion here. We want to find the amount of 11 books. Or we're using a conversion, I should say. When I multiply 1.75 times 11, I get 19 1/4 pounds. Okay. So on the next one, we have a table that shows the amount of money raised based on the number of tickets sold for a charity concert. Does the table show a constant of proportionality? If so, what is the constant of proportionality for this situation? So first we have to decide if it does show a constant of proportionality. So we want to know if it's proportional. So we're going to have to look at our money raised, because that's our y value. Think of this way as x and y. So our money raised over our number of tickets sold. So for the first one, we have 3,600 divided by 160. When I divide that out, I get $22.50 per ticket. You need to make sure that all of the points on the table work out to $22.50. So I want you to do that right now. So when I did all four of these out, I did get $22.50 per ticket. So yes, the table shows a constant of proportionality, and it is $22.50 per ticket. We can sell no more than 2,500 tickets for a concert, so we need to find the maximum amount of money the fundraiser can raise. So if we know it's $22.50 per ticket, how much is it for 2,500 tickets? My units cancel, and when I multiply $22.50 times 2,500, we get $56,250. I'd like you to try this on your own and see what you get. When I did this one here, I did time divided by gas. When I did that, I got 136 over 17, which gave me 8 seconds per gallon. Now let's relate this to a graph. We have the graph showing the number of times a male hummingbird beats its wings based on time. What is the constant of proportionality for this graph? Okay, so we have to recognize, here is my y value, here is my x value. The number of wing beats depends on the number of seconds, or the time. So let's get a nice easy point to work with. If I look at this point here, when x is 1, y is 80. And my units are beats per second. So this one made it very easy to find my constant of proportionality. 80 beats per second. What does the point 180 represent? The constant of proportionality. On this example here, we have the distance a cyclist travels based on time. What's the constant of proportionality? Well, let's do what we just did. Here's my y, here's my x. Pick a nice easy point. I'm going to pick 20 over 1. I could pick, let's look at this one, I could do 80 over 4. 80 divided by 4 still gives me 20. So it is 20 kilometers per hour. Remember, we have to do the y divided by the x. So A, choice A, does the x divided by the y. We have to be careful on that. Let's head back to our focus question. What is the constant of proportionality, and what does it tell you? The constant of proportionality describes the relationship between two quantities that have a proportional relationship. It's the ratio y to x, or it's a unit rate. And we worked with unit rates in the last topic. It tells you the constant multiple between the two quantities. All right. You have a great day.